This session is called Guarantee Your Results. So the best intentions are only useful to us if we actually follow through with them. If we can learn how to make certain behaviors consistent and reliable, then we can make rapid and powerful positive changes in our health, wealth, and relationships. We can also help other people, especially our clients, make positive long-term changes as well. Otherwise, without consistent, reliable behavior, we're tossed around by the conditions of our life and the whims of others. We revisit the same good intentions over and over again, and perhaps with some added shame in there, while the challenges with our health, wealth, or relationships persist, and we feel less confident about supporting others to make positive changes in their lives. So if we're going to use the power within us to create positive change in ourselves and support others, we need to know how to put conditions in place that guarantee certain behaviors and make desired outcomes inevitable. In the Bhagavad Gita, the character Drona is a teacher for both the Pandus, who represent the forces for spiritual development, and the Kurus, representing the forces of illusion. And Drona represents habit and is a powerful ally for both sides of the battle for power in this physical, psychological, and spiritual kingdom. And consistent behaviors become habits with a certain amount of gravity and inertia that holds them in place automatically. The results we get in life come from our habitual behaviors. So if we don't like the results we're getting, we need to get Drona supporting the other side. And when we first try to change a habit, we usually come up against some resistance. The new behavior we attempt to put in place can feel awkward or unfamiliar, and there's an inner friction around doing this new thing and avoiding the old one. We humans are wired for instant gratification, not long-term satisfaction. So, this is entirely normal and to be expected. Fortunately, if we can consistently do a new behavior for about 30 consecutive days, it starts to become anchored as a habit. And we get to feel Drona's supportive influence in place. But still, to get through that first 30 days, we need to employ some willpower and ritual. The willpower comes through connecting with the pain and the problems the old habit is creating, and the positive outcomes the new habit will generate. So a ritual has a few important ingredients. It should be framed within the specific problems we want to overcome or avoid, and the specific desired outcomes we want to achieve. And then it should be mapped out in detail. And as much as possible, it should be done around the same time each day, with conscious beginnings and endings. So when I committed to implementing my Ayurvedic morning health ritual, what I did was I took out a 3x5 note card and I wrote out each step along with the time it would start and end. So it literally looked like this. I had 6 o'clock, wake up, brush teeth, scrape tongue, go to the bathroom, drink a tall mug of warm water, do neti pot. And then at 6:30, do 6 slow sun salutations, do the pigeon pose on both sides, do Maha Mudra. And then at 6:45, do the pranayama with 1 to 2 minutes of meditation between rounds and detailed out each one. I'm going to do 2 rounds of 50 Bhastrika. I'm going to do 2 rounds of 120 Kapalabhati. I'm going to do 1 round of 24 Anuloma Viloma. And I'm going to do 6 Kriya Yoga breaths. And then I'm going to do my Nauli Kriyas. And then at 7:15, I'm going to follow that out with a little workout. I'm going to do 40 push-ups. I'm going to do 30 vertical leaps. I'm going to do 15 pull-ups. And then at 7:30, I'm going to complete. So I had here a 90-minute morning routine that was entirely written out on this 3x5 note card. So for the first week or so, I kept the plan with me as a reference, and I did it every day until the habit was in place. And then I've also got a healthy breakfast smoothie and lunchtime ritual in place that makes eating really easy and makes getting great nutrition automatic. So let's talk about that next piece, inevitability systems, because building conscious rituals around necessary behaviors facilitates any desired outcome that we want to create in health, wealth, relationships, spiritual development. But sometimes that still isn't enough. When a new ritual isn't getting to that sticking point, or an established ritual drops out of our routine, then we need to take it a step further and get back into making it inevitable. So inevitability thinking is a concept introduced to me by Eben Pagan, who's one of my marketing mentors, a highly successful entrepreneur and really a brilliant teacher. And the question that he says to ask is, what conditions have to be in place to get a specific outcome? And this question is what helped me develop and clarify the integral Ayurveda coaching methodology that you'll be learning and experiencing in this program. So systems build in scheduled time for the ritual, along with accountability to others. Other strategies for accountability can include getting some self-leverage with fees or unwanted consequences like donating money, even shaving our head. The key is that it needs to be a significant enough consequence to set the ritual as a total priority, and that we have outer support to hold us accountable. Right? You can't just do it with yourself. So this is one of the reasons that coaching is so powerful, because a coach can hold us accountable to what we say we're going to do, and since we invest to work with a coach, the idea of wasting money motivates us as well. Friends can potentially make for good accountability partners as well, and when it comes to our business, our mastermind group is an ideal environment to set up accountability. So in this program, you've got built-in coaches, along with a mastermind group of ideal peers in the same profession and the same program as you. So take advantage of this and build your rituals to use us. So what are the steps we need to take to build success rituals and inevitability systems into our business and our lives? First, collect your desired outcomes and new behaviors you created in part 1 of the Create Your Ideal Schedule exercise. And then detail your desired outcomes into specific goals for the next 30 days, the next 90 days, and the full 6 months of this program. Enter a 30-minute period into your calendar at the same time each month to update your goals. And then detail your new behaviors into specific daily and weekly success rituals. What will you do? How will you do it? When will you do it? Enter it into your calendar on a recurring basis. And be sure to include your mastermind group time and at least one of the weekly group coaching calls. Then, at the end of each week, detail your objectives for the next week and the actions you need to complete to reach them. Enter those actions into your calendar. Finally, every day, detail your objectives for the day and the actions you need to complete to reach them. Start with your highest leverage actions first. And this is why our school is called Everyday Ayurveda. So it's time to take action. This is where you make the real changes. Go to the Create Your Ideal Schedule exercise in the homework files and complete part 2 for yourself right now so you can implement what you've just learned and make your success inevitable. And then this next segment, I'll show you how to do more of the work you love that you're good at and that makes you money. And I'll show you how to do less of or even eliminate the work that you don't love, that you aren't good at, and that costs you money when you waste time on it.